Hey everybody, it's Captain C.A. Richardson. I'm live here from the Florida Keys. I'm actually at the Island Bay Resort here in Tavernier. I'm going to be here the whole week, so Monday night fishing is going to be here, right here at the resort. So stay tuned tomorrow night. Really want to talk to you guys about some of the new stuff that's coming at Captain C.A. brand and also what's coming up at Flatsclass. Number one, I want you guys to watch us on Waypoint TV. The Waypoint TV app is on your phones, it's on your computers, it's on your smart TVs. And we just launched the new American Shad show that featured Captain Brian Chamberlain. So hopefully you're going to catch that. That's a unique episode from Sanford, Florida. Two, we also had a release of one of my new colors, which is the Dark and Stormy in the Mirrodine lineup. Now we're going to only offer this in the Papa Mullet and in the Top Dog Junior for now. So if you want to try a color that you haven't really thought about using for a topwater, because we use this for tarpon fishing and suspending baits and sinking baits, this is a great color, the Dark and Stormy. It's got a great back and a great belly, but it's got a very scaly dot pattern, silver dot pattern, which is perfect for low light. Speckled trout and snook love this color. Promise you, you will have a lot of success with it. Lastly, let's get to the tip. I want to show you a little tip. One of the things I get asked a lot about in the Mirrodine lineup is, when do I use the XL version? Everyone falls in love with the 17 MR, and not as many of you understand when to use the 27 MR. So the XL size is the size that I personally use the most, but I want to convey some of the reasons why you should be using. So let's move over to the table here. I'm going to show you how I use it, okay? All right, guys, here's the two sizes. You've got a 17 and you've got a 27. Yes, this one is purchased more and utilized more by flats fishermen than the 27. But let me tell you something about the 27. If you don't know where fish are, this is a better bait. I use it all the time. If I'm looking for fish, I want a bigger bait, something I can cast farther, something that can be seen by a predator from a greater distance, throws more flash and vibration just by its sheer size than the 17 size. That's as simple as it gets. So if you're fishing water that you haven't fished before, unfamiliar, trying out a new spot, it makes sense to throw the 27 more than you would throw the 17. When you know fish are there, it's easy to throw the 17. You get a lot of action. But when you don't know if that fish are there, choose the larger profile. Larger profile baits catch more fish. They really do, especially when you're power fishing or using a search bait. This is just like using a bigger spoon. It just covers, you're gonna cast farther. That's the number one thing. Its body is so wide, it's gonna throw flash and vibration. Even if these were the same color, if this were the dude color, the bone color like the one above, you'd still be able to see it through the water horizontally further away than you would that one. It just makes sense. And larger baits typically will incite strikes from bigger fish like gator-sized trout and snook. So think about that when you're choosing baits, especially, again, fishing unfamiliar water. Now, if you have a few more questions about which bait to use and when, leave them in the comments here at Flatsclass YouTube. I'd love to answer them. So now you know the reasoning behind using the 27 MR, the XL size. It's a fantastic bait. It catches a lot of fish for me, and I know it will for you if you just tune into some of the nuances of why this bait can be seen from a greater distance, cast further, great on windy days, great in turbid water. That's what makes this bait really work. So if you haven't been using the 27 and you've only been using the 17, don't overlook this bait. It is a fantastic bait to use, okay? Hey, don't forget about Monday night fishing. We have Monday night fishing tomorrow night, Monday night at 7:30 p.m. I want to catch you guys online. We can talk more about this bait and many more tomorrow evening, okay? So let's get together tomorrow night and watch Flatsclass on waypointtv.com.